Have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 31, printed in House Report number 118-142, offered by Mr. Roy of Texas.
Pursuant to House Resolution 583, the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Roy, and a member opposed will each control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas.
I thank the Speaker. The Department of Defense Education Activity, an agency under the Department of Defense, runs 160 schools on military bases across the globe, serving more than 69,000 children of military personnel. The amendment that I'm offering would prohibit the Department of Defense schools, DODEA, from using funds to promote or compel teachers to adhere to critical race theory. Specifically, and this was what I on the floor was accused of offering as being racist by the ranking member of the Rules Committee a little bit earlier, but I was not on the floor to have the words stricken. Here's what the language is in the amendment. Number one, that we would compel teachers to adhere to critical race theory, specifically the idea that one, any race is inherently superior or inferior to any other race, color, or national origin. The United States is a fundamentally racist country. The Declaration of Independence or Constitution of the United States are fundamentally racist documents. An individual's moral character or worth is determined by the individual's race, color, or national origin. An individual, by virtue of the individual's race, is inherently racist or oppressive, whether consciously or unconsciously. Or an individual, because of the individual's race, bears responsibility for the actions committed by other members of the individual's race, color, or national origin. Instead of working to empower parents, our education system is using critical race theory outside of the Department of Defense, but in this case, inside the Department of Defense, turn schools into a propaganda machine dedicated to raising students up that judge one another by race and hate our country's founding principles. Teaching kids to hate the country they live in, to view their fellow citizens as enemies because of the color of their skin, is wrong. It's anti-American, and it is societal suicide. Critical race theory is an anti-American ideology that seeks to pick winners and losers based on skin color. We are seeing a large-scale effort to impose this tyranny over the minds of man and our children through taxpayer-funded indoctrination of this ideology. I believe we must preserve the foundational American truth that people are valuable regardless of their skin color and prevent critical race theory from being used to divvy us up by race further. I reserve.